We are very happy to be joined by Oded Duma, who is in Johannesburg, South Africa. He is a member of the Lemba peoples and an advocate of the lost tribes of Israel, originally from Zimbabwe. Hello and welcome, and what a pleasure to be joined by you after being in contact for some time.
Thank you. Hello, it's a pleasure to join you.
So, Oded, tell us about the Lemba people and your connection and what you grew up knowing or finding out as you began your spiritual journey.
There was a song that, there is folklore among our elders. They say we came from Sena, somewhere up in the north. And I have heard that some of our relatives were buried facing northeast. And they believed that they were supposed to return to Sena. So the question has always been, where is Sena? Because if you go to Mozambique, there is a town called Sena. They left a city called Sena in Mozambique. Then before that, there is another city called Sena in Yemen. The people were establishing Sena, trying to name every city they settle in their journeys southwards as they moved as to Saudi Arabia, then Yemen, then down further southward into Africa. Wherever they settled, they called the place Sena, reminiscing of the Sena of old, the Sena they left in the old, in the Holy Land.
Wow, what so interesting. Now, what kinds of, when you were growing up, did you practice, rituals, that, matched the Mosaic law and Moses, the laws of Moses? And were you aware this was Judaism or this came later?
In South Africa, there is not much confusion. But in Zimbabwe, I'm not sure what caused it, because at some point, you find that, of course, this is not in the mainstream. We all knew that we are of Jewish heritage. In fact, each time I visited my aunt of blessed memory, she used to always say she is a purely Jewish woman because her mother and her father are Lemba, and her grandparents, she was not of mixed, her parents didn't intermarry, my father's family. But however, my father married my mother from outside. I know that the people, there are certain things they don't do, because of the Sabbath. So personally myself, it was kashrut that was very strong when I was growing up. But then I had this inclination to want to find more. Then I started reading literature, I have Jewish friends in Johannesburg, started reading Rashi. I went to Ulpan, I started learning Hebrew. Then I also studied classical Hebrew at the University of South Africa, but it was for non-degree purposes. I did just a semester. Then I read Maimonides. I taught myself how to use the Siddur, an Orthodox Siddur. Then I was invited by a rabbi from the Baal Shem Tov, a Hasidic sect in Johannesburg, to come and join the synagogue. So I have been practicing Judaism in a Hasidic environment. Then after the lockdown, we're not going to shul. I found myself as a cantor and as a lay leader of my own community. We have started meeting, because the people, I call it a slow but sure return, because they know the history, but many of them want to know, they're fascinated, but they want to see what does it mean ultimately. They want to come back. So we are doing a slow but sure return. So they know the kashrut, they know that we're not supposed to intermarry. The young people are trying to form a dating group where they start marrying within the tribe again. To see how we can do kosher properly.
It was really great to have this introduction to your story. Thank you so much for joining us. It's such a pleasure.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.